Hello and welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is going to be a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? All right. So during the pre-shuffle, I heard, oh, so we're being rude now. Cool. My turn. I think that the quiet one has found their voice. The quiet one has found their voice. Okay. Well, let us check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. Let me write that down. I'm also seeing Kiefer Sutherland in The Lost Boys. My turn. Didn't really work out so well for Kiefer in that movie. Was not great. Was not great. But, you know, he thought he had it, right? So a note of caution, even when you do, for the quiet ones, when you find your voice, be sure that you are using it properly. Not just spewing vitriol to and fro because you have discovered your voice box now. Okay. All right, so let's see what Spirit has in store for us today. Really? Okay. Interesting. The moon. First up. You think you know, but you have no idea. Shout out to Liberland 1010 for bringing back the true life memories, because yeah, I used to watch that ad nauseum. The Empress, art and or temperance, Eight of Wands, Four of Wands, and Death. Yeah. Oh, we're being rude? Okay, cool. My turn. My turn. And also, watch how you use your voice. My turn. Watch how you use your voice. Because now that you found it, you have some messages that need to be conveyed. This could also, I'm hearing an enhancement of gifts. Oh, you are not the same. You and me, we are not the same. Okay. Okay. You know how, like, when somebody, when you've reached your tipping point, right? And I don't know how it is for you all in the collective, but I know when I've reached my tipping point that the things that are in my peripheral kind of fade away. And I have a singular focus, which is what I'm getting here with this moon card. Now, most of the time when I'm sitting here, and usually the interpretation that I get is that this is on a need to know basis. You're only going to get the information as it pertains to your pay grade, right? But this, what I'm seeing now, it's still a singular focus, but instead of it coming from, instead of spirit coming in and forcing you to focus. This focus is something that happens naturally, second nature. It's a primal. It's a primal kind of blackout. Now, with that primal kind of blackout, while it is indeed very powerful, it gets poop done, right? But learning how to harness that, recognize it for what it is, but also being able to take what you have learned getting up to this Empress status. Come on, Spirit. Taking what you've learned from getting up to this Empress status and also applying the temperance to this primal blackout, which is what I'll call it, this primal blackout, and being able to convey the messages that you have been sitting on for a long time. Come on, Spirit, that you've been sitting on for a long time. And once you utter this thing, there is going to be a change here. They're not going to see you the same. Oh my goodness. This is not the Timid Collective that I was able to take advantage of previously. I don't know who this person is. I'm going to have to go back and redirect. Yeah, you do, bitch. Yes, you do. Because now it's my turn to be rude. It's my turn to tell you about yourself. Yeah. Why? Okay. That was bad, Spirit, bad. Okay. Ooh. Seven of Wands. Five of Cups. The Star all jumped out. So we're keeping them. We are keeping them. Two of Swords. I really do like this stepping into and owning not only your power, but also owning the gifts that Spirit has given you. 10 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And stepping into this energy, this authority that Spirit has given you, because you understand that when Spirit has given you the authority, now instead of questioning it, get it out. Instead of questioning it, you are receiving it, owning it, and also putting it into practice, right? And with that, it's changing, owning it and putting it into practice. And with that, it's changing how you accept things, right? It's like feelings of disappointment don't necessarily have the emotional weight that they once did. Yes, being disappointed is part of the human experience. Absolutely. But understanding that this is just it's a transition. Just like everything else, it's just a transition. And this transition, ultimately, it's still going to put you towards your end goal of being the star. And it's shining the twinkling lights, flashing lights. It's putting a bit of a twinkle in what it is that you're doing. Coming through with the Two of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. This is cutting away. What I'm seeing is cutting away the change that once had you bound. But also looking at it from a healed perspective. Come on, Spirit, looking at it from a healed perspective as opposed to a hurt one. Instead of saying everyone's done me wrong and nobody loves me and people are still doing stuff to me and you know what, that may be true. You know what, some of us, it's a big wide world. It's a big wide world, and not everyone is being left alone. Okay, who am I to tell you about your experience? However, what I'm getting here is that this 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 wrong that has been done is being looked at from a different perspective. You're, instead of looking at the transgressions that have been committed against your person, you are looking at it at, okay, so what lesson have we learned from this? What can we take away from this? Because you can't change the past, and you can't change the pain, you can't change the hurt. Five of Cups. You cannot do that. But you can choose to look at it in a way that's going to be most beneficial for your trajectory in fulfilling your purpose, which is the reason why you got here to begin with. All right, Page of Swords. You got to learn how to do that shit. Knight of Wands. You're going to have to learn how to do it quickly, because a lot of this information is just going to come to you at a rapid pace. We're talking a 6-minute loop here with the journalist, right? And then we've got the King of Discs, the Lovers, the Princess and or Page of Discs, and the Magician. Baby, if you don't stop playing with me. So you've got 2 pages, a Knight and a King, and then major arcana flanking the sides. Like, this is, you talk about some holy help. You talk about Jesus take the wheel. This is Jesus taking the wheel, and you operating within that, right? You're watching how Jesus is shifting the gears, right? You're watching how Jesus is steering while you are paying attention, right? You're not just nodded out or sleeping in the passenger seat. You're actually being a good passenger right now. You know, you got snacks on deck. You got you being a good DJ, navigator. You know what I mean? Like, you're and with this Knight of Wands, like making sure that the engine stays gassed up, right? Like the gas and the oil and the tire pressure, all of that, the meats and the bones of it all. Like the kids and or the teenagers are really helping the adults in a meaningful way, because they are choosing to be helpful. Come on, Spirit. Because they are choosing to be helpful with the Lovers card, because they know that this information that is being passed on to them is going to allow them to shape their world. You pay attention when mom and dad are driving the car, pretty soon you're going to have the keys yourself. And you're going to be able to go out riding with your friends. Come on, Spirit. Yeah. We're being rude. Cool. My turn. Back to that. You're learning how to establish your freedom. Choosing your freedom. And choosing to do it in a meaningful way. Gosh, that's beautiful. Okay. 2 of Cups. The Sun. 2 of Wands. Queen of Swords. Ace of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. Choosing to do it in a meaningful way. You are letting love guide you. Yes, I know that sounds very give peace a chance. Now I'm aging myself. But it's true. When you operate out of a space of love, true love in its purest form, it allows you the opportunity to view things in a softer light. Now, this is not to be confused with lying to yourself. It's not what I'm talking about. But there's a level of grace that gets applied when you are looking at situations, even when they are terribly painful. Even when they are terribly painful, to look at situations through the lens of love And it opens up a myriad of possibilities with this Sun card to allow you to choose a better path. We are literally here because the path that we have chosen has left us with questions. And so we are looking for answers, right? So the Sun is letting you know that, hey, if you look over there, right around the bend over there, here's another path that you wouldn't have been able to see here in the Moon. Feel me? Even when you get upset, no, that's euphemizing it. Even when you are angry, if you apply love to that anger, you are able to see things clearly. More clearly than it would if you were just letting anger just take over, right? And with that, you are able to discern what is true, what is just, what is necessary to say and or receive, and act accordingly. Because again, this is newness that we're talking about. And every time that we open our eyes and we are able to thank the Creator for yet another time on this pile of rocks, that is newness. Make no mistake. And what I'm seeing here is an opportunity to be able to give back in kind, even when people are being rude. There are ways of telling people where to put it without hurting their soul 4 generations back. There are ways of telling people where to put it so that it directly affects them 3 and 4 generations back, but does not always have to be rude. It doesn't always have to be spring daisies and cinnamon either, but there are ways to be able to say what you need to say effectively without it chipping away at your own karmic debt. Thank you, Spirit. Page of Cups, 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Ace of Cups, thank you, Spirit, 5 of Swords, thank you, Spirit. Because even this emotional content is fleeting at best with the Page of Cups. This is new, but this too shall pass. And instead of waiting to be kicked out of the store, and instead of waiting for them to come on the PA system and inform you that the store is closing in 10 minutes and to take your final purchases to the front, you are choosing to take your final purchases to the front on your own. It's tough too, because with the 9 of Wands, it's tough to say, okay, I have reached my fill and it's time for me to pull away from this. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm getting the that scene on The Color Purple where Celie and Nettie were being pulled away from one another when Mr. put Nettie out because she wasn't going for that because she had to go to school. Mm-hmm. And it's painful. Oh my God. One moment. Woo! Because in a very real sense, you're pulling away from everything that you have come to know thus far. And this primal blackout part of you has kept you safe through a lot of treacherous shit. A lot of treacherous shit. 5 of Wands and Swords. You've had to fight a lot of verbal battles. You had to fight a lot of physical battles. And so pulling away from this energy, this yeah bitch what type energy, it feels like you are breaking up with a very real part of yourself. And the fact that you are choosing to do it instead of being forced to do it says a lot about your personal growth. And Spirit sees that and is blessing you with an opportunity to start things anew. Eight of Swords, 4 of Cups, Page of Wands, 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and Justice. That's what I'm talking about. The self-imposed limitations that you have set, the self-imposed limitations built out of comfort must be burned to the ground so that you can celebrate a situation that is better than anything that you have ever expected, with more to come, that is literally being gifted to you by Spirit. Oh, my Lanta. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Okay? Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.